Hello everybody, my name is Dansaurus and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to mod 1.2.5 Minecraft. I have a few tutorials or requests for tutorials to do this, so I was like, you know what, people want it, I know how to do it, let's show them how to do it. So let me close this over here quickly so I can show you how to do it from scratch. And let me go over here. The first thing you want to do is install Multimc. This is almost impossible to do nowadays without Multimc, so make sure you have this downloaded. I'll put this in the description, so you can go to my description. It'll be around here somewhere, and you can put download and install, whichever version you're using. I'm using Windows, so I'm gonna put download for Windows. It'll be right here. I already installed it, but for you, you can just extract all, get it out there, and it should open up for you. If not, you can go to your downloads. It will be right here. I already installed it again, like I said, so it'll be right here, and you can run the application. Put American English, or if you're British, put British English, whoever knows, right? And then just finish, and boom, it'll be right here for you. You're gonna have to log into your Microsoft account, just so you're aware. I'm not gonna do that because I'm already logged in, but I'm gonna make sure to delete this so I can show you from scratch. The first thing you want to do is create an instance, which is gonna be right here. So you're gonna create an instance. For this tutorial, we're doing 1.2.5, but I do believe this works for every version below 1.8. I believe, because they did change the way jar files work around this time, somewhere around this time. So this tutorial works for any update below. I'll make sure to put it on the screen whatever update they change the jar files on, but it will work for every update below that. But for this tutorial, we're doing 1.2.5, so we're gonna put 1.2.5. We're gonna press OK. It's gonna create an instance right here. Now this doesn't work yet because we have to edit it first. As you see here, this is vanilla. This doesn't have Forge, so you can install Forge right here, or you can install NeoForge for the new versions, or Fabric for the new versions. This is all for the newer versions of Minecraft. This doesn't work for this version, right? So right here is the newest version of Forge for this version, 2012, which is crazy. Press OK, and boom. So now when you load this up, it will take some time, but it should load up Minecraft with Forge, and you'll see it right here, Minecraft Forge 1 mod loaded. That should just be the mod loader. So it'll work. You can get into a world, you can create a world here, but this doesn't have mods yet. We want to add mods, right? That's the big thing here. So that's probably the hardest part here. Installing Forge is not that hard, but getting the mods to work on this version is. So I mean, relatively speaking, it's easy, but without knowing what to do, it's going to be a little difficult. So I do have the safest way, I believe, and a lot of other people believe, to get mods for these older versions, especially because they're so old and a lot of the websites that re-upload them have viruses, are through these archives. These are archives made years ago. This archive was made in 2022. The other archive I found too over here was made in like 2012 or 2020, right? These are old, but they have mods. These are authentic mods. These are mods are completely authentic, you know, made 2022 right here. 2015, 20. There's one that was 2012, somewhere around here. I don't know where it's at. These are authentic though. Here you go. 2012 right here for more creeps and weirdos. These have a majority of the mods you can find for these versions. Again, if you can't find a mod, I wouldn't go looking for it, because a lot of the times nowadays, these websites will repost these mods with viruses. These archives and the official CurseForge versions and the stuff that you can find from official sources are the only safe way to get these mods. This is already pushing it, but this is safe. I've used it a bunch of times. The video that I made about 4 months ago or so, I use archives to get these mods back. So this has all the stuff, you know, the Legend of Notch, Herobrine, the original Herobrine mod, Computer Craft. It has Mo Creatures. I saw that somewhere. More creeps. You know, there's a bunch of mods. I'm gonna, for instance, download the single player commands mod here. So I'll download that. You just have to click it and it'll pop up right here. And I'm gonna download. I already had not enough items client installed, but if you want that, you can download that. I'll download Dr. Zark's Mo Creatures. I don't think that's gonna work. It usually doesn't work, but I'm gonna try my best to get it work. And I'll download. That's good enough. That's good enough for now. But if you're gonna download not enough items client, I do want you to know that you're gonna need Code Chicken Core as well. So just make sure to download both of them at the same time, or else they will not work. But I will link both of these in the description, so that way you can go through them and you can find the mods that you want to use I think this is the same one. No, these are two different ones. So this is gonna have various other mods, and this is gonna have other mods as well. I have a couple of mods already installed, so I'm gonna show you those mods I already have installed. But I will link that in the description for you. So loader mods, these are gonna be your main, like, you know, the main core of your mod pack here. So you can click add, and this is gonna be the main mods that you want to add. So if you want to add raise minimap here, buildcraft, you can add extra biomes, industrial craft here, and that's all for now. I guess when Dr. Zark finishes installing, I'll add that too. But then you can add that right there, right? But here's the thing. You're also going to have jar mods, and it'll say there on over here for single player commands, I believe it said, or for example this one, player API client, this says jar, right? Which means in the old versions of Minecraft you would have to have added this to the jar. Let me download this one instead, into the jar folder, which we can't do anymore because they changed the way they update mod packs nowadays, right? That's why this is such a hard thing to do with older versions of Minecraft, because a lot of the older mods need you to update the jar. We can't do that anymore. Mojang stopped us from updating any old versions of Minecraft and updating the jar in any old versions of Minecraft. Which is why this tutorial exists. Which is why this tutorial exists, because you can't do this with any other client. You have to have Multimc or a client similar, which you can actually edit the jar file. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So right now this is going to work. You can just launch this right now. It's going to have the mods I added into it. So as you can see, I can go in here. It's going to work. I did not install, or I need to create a new world. You do that. I don't think I have to change the thing for that. But as you can see, all the mods are going to be installed. I already showed you previously the creative menu and stuff like that, but here you can see all the mods are installed. They're all working. But obviously we want a way to see the recipes and stuff too, so I'm gonna show you how to install not enough items, which is a jar mod. So first off, I'm gonna show you what happens when you install it wrong. If you install a jar mod into the loader folder, it's not gonna work. So if I install not enough items into here, you're gonna see real quickly that's not gonna launch. It's going to launch and it's going to say an error code here in your thing here, which means that you also need, this is likely a mod installation error. You're also going to need code chicken core as well. So I can kill it and I can go over here. I'm going to remove it and I'm going to add it instead to here. This is the jar right here. This version tab is your jar. It says it right here too, add to minecraft.jar. So this is where you're going to add your jar mods into. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to add single player commands, code chicken core, and not enough items. These are all jar mods. I'm gonna add them into there and I'm gonna launch, and it's gonna launch well. Boom. And just like that, I can go into the same world, and if I press let me full screen, and if I press E, it'll show right here all of the recipes and stuff. So you can change it over here, turn the cheat mode to recipe mode, so that you can see all your recipes and stuff here. So that's how you install a jar mod. Now, if this is gonna finish, I'm gonna hope this works. So if it doesn't, I can show you what happens when a mod doesn't work anymore. A lot of these mods don't work anymore. This is a jar mod as well, so I'm gonna add it to the jar here. I'm gonna launch. It's probably not gonna work. What is wrong here? Matthias man, a mod initiation error. Oh, let me just look at the crash log here. So I'm not fully sure what's causing that issue. So what I can do instead is I can go to my instance here and I can disable the other mods installed already. I don't really need to uninstall Raise Minimap because it doesn't add anything to the mod pack. But I'm going to just keep Dr. Zark's installed so I can try and see if it's Dr. Zark itself or if it's, and it's okay. So that answers my question. It is just Dr. Zark itself. Something is wrong with this mod. And like I said, a lot of these mods do have some issues like this. I personally don't know what's wrong with this. I'm not gonna go into the effort to put the research into getting this to work in this video. This is just a tutorial to understand how to install these mods. For anybody who wants to get Mo creatures to work for their own, you can go ahead and see this error right here. You can go search this up, find this out. Maybe there's a tutorial out there somewhere. But that's basically how you install these mods. Again, some of them might not work anymore. Some of them might. I can try and install one more just so I can show you for a jar mod. I don't know what else I could download. They have other stuff here. They have too many items is here too. Here's Tales of Kingdom. I can install that. Let's try that. Alright, here you go. So this is another jar mod here. I'm going to delete this from my jar here because I don't need it here. It's not going to work. So I'm going to add to Minecraft.jar, official Tales of Kingdom, open. And it should work if it's not requiring anything else. Boom. And I can load up into a new world. I think Tales of Kingdom needs it to be survival, so I'm going to load into survival world. And boom, start new conquest. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you have to do. Right here, I'll look behind me. Here's a Tales of Kingdom thing. It looks a little funky. It might be because of the rendering stuff. There you go. Yeah, but here you go. I don't have cheats enabled. Or maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, nice. So yeah, here it is right here. Tales of Kingdom installed to a jar. And there's some other biomes and stuff over there. Here's the refugees over there. So yeah, we have some really cool stuff installed here. That's basically how you install mods for this version. Again, like I mentioned, you're gonna have to use the loader mods for your main mods. You know, extra biomes, industrial, anything that doesn't say it's a jar mod, you add it to here. Any jar mods you add to the version folder here. Core mods, I don't really know what this does. I don't know it's any big difference from core mods to loader mods. So I would just add any jar mods to your jar folder here in version. And any loader mods and any other mods here in the loader mods. So that's basically how you install mods for Minecraft 1.2.5. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer for you. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.